Well, the fight to legalize medical marijuana in Florida is getting steam. And if you think it's far-fetched, you should probably wake up, because it's not. A lot of smart money is actually betting on it tonight. Medical marijuana is one of the fastest growing industries in the country. And Fox 13's Jeremy Campbell is here now to show us how investors are actually looking at Florida to get rich off this. How in the world is that happening, Jeremy?
Kelly, basically there are two ways to invest. First, in the actual plants, and then the other way, well, that's to invest in the equipment that's used to produce and distribute marijuana. So investors, well, they're laying the groundwork in Florida right now to cash in if cannabis legals out.
Very few people got rich in the gold rush, but the guys with the picks and the shovels always did well. Everybody in the gold rush needs a pick.
It's an analogy that applies to modern-day marijuana sales. It may be too soon to legally invest in cannabis, but some companies are setting up shop to invest in the tools needed to sell it, should it become legal in Florida.
The people that look at it say there's about a $50 billion industry.
Investors are looking at hydroponics, the legal method of growing plants that could be used later to grow marijuana. Some companies are already trading on the stock exchange, all in hopes that states like Florida will put a constitutional amendment on our state's ballot.
We know people's views are changing. They're thinking through it. And number three, the people of Florida at the end of the day are compassionate, and they'll do the right thing.
In Tallahassee, Republican opposition will show pot opposition is not dead yet.
It's only more of a gateway for our young people to have problems in development of their lives. I think the just say no still resonates.
But a recent poll shows 70% of Floridians support medical marijuana, more than the 60% needed for a constitutional amendment to succeed, and enough for some investors to start betting high on a future profit from marijuana.
At one point in time, cannabis was going to be one of the biggest commodity markets or commodity products in the world until they legalized it.
This idea takes some vision, but it's believed if marijuana becomes legalized, it could one day be traded like a commodity. That's like sugar, for example. There is a precedent for this. A similar business model began back in 1937, but it was stopped in its tracks when marijuana was illegalized.
All right, Jeremy, thank you. Now we've got some